Today's episode of the Crazy Town Podcast is brought to you by Audible. Get a free audiobook download and 30-day free trial at www.audibletrial.com/crazytownpodcast. Over 180,000 titles to choose from for your iPhone, Android, Kindle, or MP3 player. Get your trial today.
Ace Podcast.
You are listening to the Crazy Town Podcast, Season 1 Finale, Episode 18, with special guest host
TNT, DINO, MIGHT, and ChaCha.
We'll also have a special appearance by the Beardy 5 Podcast in a new game we're having for Season 2. Today on the show we'll be discussing what you can do if you want to send a box of dicks to your friends,
popular sayings that are total bullshit,
and what happened to the guy who shot Ricky in Boyz in the Hood. All that and more today on the Crazy Town Podcast.
Bunyan, take 3!
Hello, and welcome to the season finale of Season 1 episode of the Crazy Town Podcast. I am Jonas, your host, and with me today is TNT Dynamite. TNT, say hello to everybody.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. TNT Dynamite, the explosive one here. TNT, DINO, MIGHT, back by popular demand.
Good to have you back. And I also have another special guest, once again back on the show, ChaCha. Why don't you say hello to everybody?
Woo!
Hello, everybody. This is ChaCha. I am always the one to blame.
I like that tagline. All right. Well, we do want to thank you all for listening. We do have a great show planned for you today. Before I get started, I do want to give a shout out to the Unwritable Rant podcast with Juliet Miranda. Its Twitter is @morningneurosis. It is a great podcast with unbelievable storytelling, and also the Ace Podcast Network. Make sure you tell them that Jonas sent you so they know he is doing his part. And before anything else we get going further on the show, I do want to say if you aren't following us on Twitter, it's @TheCrazyTownPod. Our website is thecrazytown.com. It has all the ways to listen and follow the show. Now guys, today, before we take this break, we're going to do something a little different. I'm going to get a game going that we're going to start on next season. I want to give everyone a preview. This is called Are You Urban?
Okay. Well, I think I got an upper hand on some of the other contestants in that part. But let's continue. What kind of game is this?
All right, it's an Urban Dictionary-based game. It's not based on your actual urbanness, so you may not have as much of an advantage as you think.
All right, because I have enough sports-themed ball caps where I think I'm a little ahead of the league here, but all right.
All right, well, we'll go ahead and get everything all set up for the game, and we will be right back on the Crazy Town Podcast.
Where am I?
Hey, I'm Jess.
And I'm Sid.
We're the Beardy 5 Podcast.
And you're gearing up to listen to the Crazy Town Podcast on the Ace Podcast Network.
Vroom, vroom.
All right, and we are here on the Crazy Town Podcast. We are now joined by the Beardy 5 Podcast for the first ever edition of Are You Urban? Sid and Jess, say hello to everybody. Tell them where they can find your show.
Happy to be here.
What up?
You can find our show on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, anywhere podcasts are found. It's all about beer to beer, bullshit, bitching, and brotherhood. New episode every Friday. We're also on the Ace Podcast Network with Jonas and the Crazy Town Podcast.
If you're looking for a boatload of bullshit, folks, you found it.
All right. So this game is called Are You Urban? It's an urban dictionary-based game. I'm either going to read you guys the word, and you have to try to give us the definition, or give you the definition, and you have to try to guess the word. We'll go one at a time. The the order you are, if the farther you go down the line, the more points you get for your answer being correct. If no one gets it correct, I'm just going to give someone a point for being creative or funny or whatever. Sound pretty easy?
Sound good.
I'll just start with Sid. You can go first, all right?
Okay.
The first definition, a term used to describe massive modification of something to make it stand out and look attractive.
Holy shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Like, an example is, I'm going to blank my cellular phone by covering it with a 3D skinned panel.
Oh, I know this one.
Peacock.
Peacock it?
I didn't know you were going to bust out the buzzer on me. I feel like a loser now.
That's the Family Feud buzzer. All right, TNT, it's up to you. You got it?
I believe the term that you're looking for, Jonas, is pimp.
Yeah, it's pimped out, but yeah, I'll give it to you. I'll give it to you.
Thank you.
That was super easy. TNT makes me look like an asshole over here.
Doing good. You're doing good. This is beautiful.
We'll roll on to Dynamite this time. What is strapping?
Strapping?
Yes.
That's usually in reference to a young male. It is when he's young, virile, and full of zealous energy.
Yes, that is correct. Jesus, I thought you were going to go with strapping gats, dude. I thought you were fucking... I was trying to confuse you.
My mind is going.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
TNT
Right.
Urban Mike.
Jesus, he's fucking up 3-0 on you. Maybe we should have played all three of you guys versus him.
I told you in the intro that I had an upper hand in this criteria.
I think he's got a mean nickname.
Urban Dynamite?
TNT Urban Mike.
Jess.
What up?
This is for you. It's a definition one. It is a patch of hair that causes nothing but trouble. Men expect women to shave it, but goddamn it, it itches.
Bush?
I'll give you Bush. It was going for pubic hair, but yes.
Hell yeah!
Okay. Good job. I wasn't thinking Bush. I was thinking maybe like a mustache or something.
Oh, don't go there. Do not go there.
Chach, here we go. This is a word. This one may go all the way around. What is chop?
Chop?
Chop. The sentence is, man, this kid was fully trying to blank. Oh shit. Yeah, this kid was fully trying to chop me last night, and now we're dealing.
What?
Wow.
The fuck?
Jesus.
3
It
seconds.
has nothing to do with religion.
3, 2, buzzer.
Shit.
All right, Sid.
Man, you jinxed me right off the bat. You said this one's going to go around.
Okay, send it one more time here.
Man, this kid was fully trying to chop me last night, and now we're dealing.
Flapping his jaw.
In regards to
Drugs.
drugs? All right. Nope, that's not it either. Dynamite?
Can I have the country of origin?
It's United States.
Can I have the spelling of the word?
Chop. F-U-C-K.
Okay. I'm thinking that chop means to speak ill of another individual with the purpose to slander their good name.
Jesus. No.
Fuck, I gotta give myself the buzzer?
All right, Jess, it's up to you, man. Are you going to get it?
A chop is a backhanded smack.
That's about the fucking best answer I've heard all day.
That's not correct either, but I will give Jess the point out of the creativity. It is the art of trying to get a girl to go out with you and getting her digits by Sim 1.
You know what? Never.
You guys got to remember, these are random people putting these fucking words down on the thing.
Oh,
So,
that's fine.
All right.
I knew it was going to get obscure eventually, but let's go.
All right. Sid, back to you. Start it out. The words that sound like gunshots ringing from a drive-by.
Baguette.
Oh, nope, not that.
Afraid not, sir.
All right. TNT?
Oh, Jesus, I don't fucking know. I'm going to go with bang, Pat.
No, bang is not the right word.
All right, I tried.
Josh?
I was gonna go with pop.
Pop?
Oh,
no, that's not right either. Jess?
Blocka.
God damn it!
Nope. You guys are all gonna fucking.
Damn it!
Rat-a-tat-tat.
Oh, what the fuck?
Oh.
That's a dancing term.
No, that's what Dr. Dre said.
That's Dr. Dre.
I didn't know we were going like mid to late 90s.
It can go anywhere, dude. I'll give that one for you for Chach.
Like 1950s Urban Dictionary.
Yeah.
Put your hands up, capo, rat-a-tat-tat.
This shit can range forever. All right, TNT, you go first on this one, right? What is yee ass?
You know what's really funny is that I actually know the answer to this, but I don't remember. Yee is,
Yee ass. There's ass
oh,
at the end of it.
I know. I'm trying to remember because I actually do know what this means. I've heard it so many times. This is a meme. Yee is the definition escapes me. It means like if you're fake or fraudulent, fugazi, not acting real in nature.
Not acting real in nature?
Yes.
No, that is not correct.
I know the answer to this, though. I really do.
All right, Jess, what do you got for yee ass?
Is it another term for like stank ass?
No, I could get that though for being stinky ass. Chach?
I'm gonna go with big ass. I don't know.
Nope, that's not it either.
Big ass.
All right,
Yeah, I don't know.
Sid, can you get it?
Not
Yee
urban.
ass means smile into my face and running your mouth behind my back.
Is that right? Because that
With his yee ass.
No,
See, you didn't write in the sentence.
that is not the correct answer, but I will give him that point for that. The answer submitted by PandaBoo411 on September 24th, 2013 is something that looks extremely horrible.
Fuck! See, I knew that.
Fuck you, Panda Boo.
I actually dated a panda boo one time.
How'd that turn out?
Well, she was kind of a yee ass. We split.
All right, we're on to the next one. Right now, the score is TNT 3, Jess 2, Sid and Chach 1. So we're still a close game. It's still anybody's game. Jess, you got first on this one. What is a Sergeant Lumpington?
A jackass?
No, it is not a jackass. Chach?
Sergeant Lumpington?
Sergeant Lumpington.
That sounds like a drink that's been sitting in your room too long and has some shit growing in it.
That is not the right answer, but I like where you're going with that. All right, Sid?
It may just be a fat boy.
Ah.
That's another good guess, but no. Dynamite?
All right. I think a Sergeant Lumpington is a military officer who has reached the rank of sergeant, and he has a severe case of acne.
Jesus.
That is very specific.
Is that not right?
Very specific, although not correct.
Damn it.
A Sergeant Lumpington, according to J-Rob Madfresh, is a guy who is really cool.
You know the best part about this whole game is the people who put the definitions on there.
Right.
J-Rod Mad Fresh.
So far we've had Panda Boo and Mad Fresh.
Who is up first this time? Is it Chach?
Yep.
Oh,
All right.
Jesus.
Here we go. I'm going to give you a definition again. This comes from the streets, man, often referred to in rap songs. It indicates that the blank have to be up or on top of things and keep the hose blank. Thought to have originated from pimps who would say it to indicate to their whores were on their backs making money for the pimps. Often said that when they're greeting a fellow G or upon entering a room or a party, meant to reassure.
Oh.
It is a phrase.
I know this one.
I need the first part of that. I didn't expect it to be that long again.
Okay. This comes from the streets, man. Often referred to in rap songs. It indicates the need to have the gangsters blank or on top of things and keep the hoes blank. Thought to have originated from pimps who would say to indicate their whores were on their backs making money for the pimps.
Yeah.
Wow.
No idea.
I kind of want to go back to one of the other ones and say strapped, but no, I'm
Got a blank? It's all right.
I'm not,
3, 2.
yeah, I'm gonna go with strapped. I don't care.
Strapped?
Back to that.
Nope, it's not strapped. And Sid, what about you?
Okay, did you say it's often a greeting on the streets?
It says at the end. It says it often is a greeting to a fellow G upon entering a room or a party.
What's good?
No. Nope. Good guess. Dynamite?
Well, obviously, Jonas, we're talking about G's up, hose down.
Ding, 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 ding. That is exactly what it was.
Thank you.
That is absolutely what it was. So 3 points for you for getting it on the third person, which now puts you up 6-2 to 2-1.
This is awful. I'm such a fucking millennial sometimes. I swear to God.
Here he goes again.
Here we go. This is the last question, and then I have one bonus final round question. All right, Jess, we'll go with you with the first one.
Damn it.
It's a definition word, and it's a definition. Give whatever you want to make. It is a special kind of love given to people who suck.
Tough love?
Nope, not tough love.
Some bitch.
It's all right.
All right. We'll go with Sid.
Special kind of love given to people who suck. I just have to say, I feel like I've been set up here.
Me too.
Oh, shit. Own?
Nope, not own.
No, that's not a special kind of love.
All right, Dynamite.
A special kind of love given to someone who sucks.
Oh, here we go. Bust out the big answer.
So when you okay, I'm going to have to say,
Holy shit, man! Give me an answer. Give me
I
something.
don't know, man. It's hard.
Where's this fucking timer?
All right, it's fuckboy love.
Oh, my God.
I know it's wrong. Fuck you.
Give me the buzzer. Buzzer yourself. Do it.
I'm buzzing my goddamn self again. Don't think I won't.
All right, Chach. What about you? You got anything?
One more time.
A special kind of love given to people who suck. Example is you suck, I blank you.
I'm just not. I don't have my urban hat on today, evidently.
3,
Fucking
2, 1.
loathe. I don't know.
Loathe. Oh, close,
Not
dude.
fair.
The answer is hate.
Damn it.
What?
That's close.
Fuck? That's
That was
the
close.
antithesis of love, Jonas. If there's a spectrum between love and the word that you are trying to garner from us, that word is at the opposite end of said spectrum.
That's all. That's how you gotta be urban, dude. You gotta fucking know which way you gotta go. It's the Urban Dictionary. All right, one final question, the final round. It's going to be worth 5 points, and it's basically going to be me giving the points because I don't think any of you are going to get this right anyways. The answer is, the definition, I need what is the scariest fucking thing on Earth. So go ahead and take a second, and I'll go ahead and I'll get you guys.
Should I play the Jeopardy music now?
No, we don't.
I don't know. We might get content ID matched for that.
Right. So, all right. We'll start with
What? Say again.
Jess.
What is the
scariest fucking thing on Earth? So I'm giving out the points if none of you get this answer by Raelius, submitted on July 15th, 2005.
I already know what it is for me personally.
All right, we'll go with Sid. Go ahead. What's the scariest fucking thing on Earth?
What is fuckboy? No, that was a joke.
Okay.
I like that. That was a good one.
Let's see.
I like the callback though.
Scariest fucking thing on Earth. Blowfuck.
Oh, what?
Blowfuck.
I don't even know what that is.
It sounds scary.
It sounds like something we need to look up on Urban Dictionary.
Yeah, no shit. All right, Chach, what's the scariest fucking thing on Earth?
Smegma.
What the fuck is smegma?
Well, I have to buzz you, Chach. That is a really good answer.
I don't even know what the fuck that is. What is that?
That's fucking that is the cheesy, discharge that shows up underneath the foreskin when proper hygiene isn't utilized of an
that's fucking disgusting.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
It's fucking scary.
Oh, that's gross.
It's
All right.
scary.
Jess, what about you? Scariest fucking thing on Earth?
Now, this is just me. I'm going to go with, what is Pennywise the Clown?
Oh, God.
That motherfucker scares the hell out of me.
That is pretty scary.
And what about you, Dynamite? What is the scariest fucking thing on Earth?
Well, I think we all can agree here is that the scariest thing in the world would be to go to prison and be gang raped by a group of men.
Oh, God, that's pretty fucking bad.
Is that not it?
That just went hardcore right there.
Tell me that shit's not scary though.
Good Lord.
I'm gonna have to give the 5 points to the gang rape. I'm sorry. I'm a very special part in my soul for gang rape. I guess prison gang rape.
I think I would give him the points too.
Hands down.
So the very first inaugural game of Are You Urban goes to TNT Dynamite with a grand total of 11 points.
Boo!
I'm not surprised.
What's the scariest thing, though? What's the scariest thing?
He said, as according to Raelius, it was a robot.
What?
Right. That's why I said none of you guys would get it. It would just be
all of our
4
answers
points.
scarier than that.
No shit. Exactly.
Can I ask another question, too?
Absolutely. What's up?
What is a blowfuck?
I don't know. Did somebody look it up?
You don't want to find out.
A blowfuck is a motherfucker that lies all the time.
Oh, that's okay. I like it.
All right.
I like that.
I'll be submitting that next week.
I'll be looking.
And by the way, I am Panda Boo.
Oh, shit.
I'm here to tell you, I am Panda Boo.
Well, that is all the time we have for this first episode of Are You Urban? Beardy Five Guys, I want to thank you for joining us again on the show.
Thank you for having us.
No problem. Do you want to tell everybody again where they can find your podcast?
You can go to acepodcast.com. We're right there with Jonas.
And don't forget to check out our YouTube channel. We're starting to put some more videos up.
All right. Well, we will be right back on the season finale episode of the Crazy Town Podcast with TNT and Chach.
Hey, this is Jeff Mack.
And Cade.
And we are from the Super Pee Pee Time Podcast, and you are listening to the Crazy Town Podcast.
That's right, and smile at a waterfall. I would appreciate that.
All right, and we are back on the Crazy Town Podcast. So we just finished our first ever game of Are You Urban? Guys, what did you think about it?
Amazing.
I'm not urban.
I've never really considered myself urban either, but
I'd like to think I was at least a little bit urban, but now I don't know. I believe I've been proven wrong.
Chach, let me tell you something. You were one answer away from getting that 5 points and stealing that game. Because I was going to give it to the Schmengus or whatever the fuck he said it was.
Schmegma. You didn't even know what Schmegma was.
Schmegma.
It had to be defined to you.
Hey, I'm not that urban either. But then Tuan came out with the gang rape in prison. I think that is probably one of the scariest things in the world. So
yeah, I'm sorry. That shit is the stuff of nightmares. Schmegma and gang rape.
Schmegma from gang rape.
Oh, or gang rape with
Oh,
schmegma. Yeah,
Jesus. So now that we're talking about gang rape, have you guys ever wanted to tell anyone to eat a bag of dicks?
Oh my God!
I believe I've told people to eat bags of dicks before.
Every day of our lives. So yeah.
Have you ever imagined that you would actually be able to send someone a bag of dicks to eat?
An edible arrangement?
Like an edible arrangement of dicks?
A cock bouquet?
Well, now you can. Dicksbymail.com.
Okay, well, this is interesting.
What this is it will not randomly, secretly, it's discreet packaging. It does not tell them who it's from or anything. It sends a bag of gummy dicks in packaging to whoever you want. It's completely anonymous.
Okay.
And when they open up the box, it says, eat a bag of dicks, and there's a bag of gummy cocks for you to eat.
Oh, well, you see a need, you fill a need, man. That's capitalism for you.
Somewhere recently.
Yeah, it's been around for a while. Like, it says you can even put glitter in it or penis confetti if you want to get fancy with your fucking packaging.
If you pinky out, guys, we're getting fancy with our dicks.
You open up your box of dicks and it's just fucking glitter and penis confetti and it just explodes like one of those fucking pop things in your face. And then it's like, eat a bag of dicks from you don't know who.
Send it to your grandma.
Oh, that'd be a perfect grandma present. She'd be like, oh, dicks, I love those.
It's been such a long time since I've had a dick.
And look, I have a whole bag of them now.
Right, exactly. So I think this is a fucking brilliant idea, because I would like to just send it to like one of you guys and then just never tell you it was from me. So you guys never know who sent you the bag of dicks forever.
I tend to stay away from high fructose corn syrup, though. Dicks, I can't stay away from those. But
I believe there would be a small list of people I would guess it would be from.
That's true. Like, well, obviously this person knew my address.
Yeah.
Right. You're like, Mom, will you quit sending me bags of dicks, please? That's what I would say. But no, I thought that was pretty fucking cool. Like, I don't know why.
Wouldn't you consider them to be delicious? I mean, they're gummy.
They very well could be delicious dicks.
Would you just send out random thank you notes? Like, whoever sent this, thank you for the bag of dicks. They were delicious.
On that note, you should just send random thank you cards to addresses out of the phone book.
Oh, that is a good idea.
That's a good idea. Yeah.
Like pick like Joan Smith on 123 Main Street and just send like this elaborate thank you card thanking her for all the beautiful things that she's done for you. And and sign it with like
Frank calling.
Right, and just sign it like Frank Jones, like some random name. Be like, if I don't know what my life would be without you, Joan Smith. You've done so much for me. Thank you so much.
Thank you for the kidney you donated. I wouldn't be alive to this day if it weren't for you.
Right, like my life couldn't be complete if I wouldn't have made this message to you so you knew how great you made me feel. And then this bitch gets the card and she's like, what the fuck is this? Because everyone who's in the phone book is old. Because they still have house phones.
Everyone in the phone book is old. That is so true. Do you have a house phone, Jonas?
Oh, I don't. No, I haven't had a house phone in forever.
ChaCha, you have a house phone? No, nobody does. No.
I don't think I've had a house phone since 2003, probably.
The
something like that.
The only landline I have is when I'm at work.
Yeah, I don't even have a landline at work. My work phone is software based on my computer.
Yeah.
So I don't even have a landline then. So no, I just thought this bag of dicks was pretty sweet. But I do have a...
no pun intended.
Yes, exactly. I do have another question for you guys. This is one of these what-ifs, kind of like our two-topping pizza fiasco.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, you ready?
Oh, you're ready for some... This sounds like a divisive conversation.
If you could only eat 2 different cereals combined together for the rest of your life, and that's the only way you could eat cereal, what 2 cereals would they be?
Ooh.
ChaCha, do you eat cereal? We should start off with that.
I have eaten cereal. I think everybody's eaten cereal at some point in their life.
Yeah, no, but do you eat cereal now?
No, I don't eat breakfast.
Okay. That's true.
I eat cereal, but I eat cereal at night and shit. Like, I eat cereal, like, before, like, if it's, like, 10 o'clock and I'm hungry, I just eat, like, a small bowl of cereal sometimes.
I guess I can get on board with that. Seems like a kid's meal to me, but I've eaten cereal. I enjoy cereal. I'm lactose intolerant, so I can't do the milk thing.
So you just mix two together dry in a bowl and eat it with your tongue?
Just pour some water on it?
No, this isn't Friday. But no, I just generally eat it dry. I'll put it in a cup if I do it at all.
I used to actually, when I was a kid, for a snack after school, I would have Cup-O cereal, is what I called it. And I would fucking just put cereal in a cup full of cereal for like a snack.
Cereal, yeah.
No, there'd be milk in it. Like, I would eat it out of a cup, like, with milk.
That's going a little overboard there,
hey,
Jonas.
Don't hate. Appreciate it.
What two cereals would you choose, Chach? What do you think?
Oh, I gotta go first?
Oh, why not?
I mean, they would have to go together.
They have to mix together, yes. You can't, like, pick, like, fucking, like, Cookie Crunch and fucking, I don't know, Dicks. You gotta
bag of Dicks.
Yeah.
And if you say Sugar Smacks, you're off the show. Because those things are fucking disgusting.
Like Fruity Pebbles and
Styrofoam.
Fruity Pebbles and Fruit Loops.
Ooh, I like that. I can get down with that. It's two fruity cereals.
Fruity Pebble milk. Like when you're done with a bowl of Fruity Pebbles, like that milk at the end, if they could just bottle that and sell it.
Yeah.
They should just soak Fruity Pebbles in milk and then strain it off and sell that as milk.
Yeah, I think they might actually.
I would daily.
You drink it daily?
Drink it daily.
And you'd be supporting the LBGT community as well.
How is that? Oh, I get it. Oh, boom. Wow. Woo. Over the head.
Over the head a little bit. All right.
Over the head. What about you, Dynamite? What would you do?
I would probably say Cinnamon Toast Crunch is by far my favorite cereal of all time.
What the hell goes with that?
Exactly.
Golden Grams?
You know what? I'll just have to go with my two favorites. Probably Cinnamon Toast Crunch and like either Peanut Butter Crunch or the Reese's Cup cereal.
So peanut butter and cinnamon sugar.
Oh my God. You gave me a boner just by saying that. How does that feel? You just gave me a boner.
Here is a little secret. I have never had Reese's Cup cereal. Ever.
Really?
No, I've had peanut butter or Captain Crunch, which is fucking pretty damn good.
They're pretty close. They're similar.
Are they? All right. Yeah, so mine's not very exciting, man. I'm an old guy now, so now I eat Special K red berries as like my normal cereals.
And if you say grape nuts, you're off the show.
No. But so I want to throw that in there. But what I'm gonna do is, because I've actually done this before and it's amazing, Fruity Pebbles and Special K red berries is the shit.
I could see that.
It's super fucking good. I actually sometimes buy a box of Fruity Pebbles just to sprinkle a little bit on top. To add a little bit of, like, bad to my good cereal.
Just a sprinkle.
I could see that, actually.
Sprinkle some Fruity Pebbles on it.
Yeah, one's a little blander in taste, and then you have to kick it up a notch with the fruit.
Well, yeah, the Fruity Pebbles, man, you put it in milk, and 8 seconds later, it's just like slop.
Yeah, it's just like a bowl of sugary slop. Yeah.
Yeah. So like it helps the hard crunchy flakes and the special K red berries stays crunchy a little longer, so it kind of like
and less healthy.
Yeah, and then yes, right, and then it takes it and makes it
defeating the purpose of the Special K red berry.
Yeah.
Right, exactly. It's like pouring a cup of sugar on top of it. Like when you get Cheerios, you just put a cup of sugar on it.
That's like Special V at this point.
Right, Special V Red Berries Fruity Pebble Edition is what I got. There's one last thing I want to touch on in this segment before we move on to something else. You guys ever go to Chick-fil-A?
Yeah. I've been
a couple times.
Have you ever been to Chick-fil-A for their breakfast?
They don't have that.
They absolutely do.
I don't want to live in this world.
They have one of the most twisted fucking sandwiches I've ever seen, and I didn't notice it. I used to eat it all the time, and one day I sat there and thought about what it really was, and I didn't realize how kind of fucked up it was. So I'm going to describe the sandwich to you guys, and you tell me if you realize what's wrong with it.
Okay.
It's a bagel sandwich. It has egg and cheese and a chicken breast on it.
Okay. Oh, wait, I get it.
Right.
I get
Right.
it.
Right.
So it has like different lifetime stages of the chicken
Right.
incorporated into a sandwich.
It has the mom and the baby on the same sandwich. Because you have the chicken breast and then the egg. So they let the chicken lay the egg, they kill the chicken, use her breast, and then crack the egg on top of it.
Have you ever tried it?
Oh, it's fucking amazing. I'll eat it all day. It's fucking super good.
Really? You've had it before? It's pretty good?
I used to eat it like 10 years ago and then didn't even realize how fucked up it sounded until I like actually thought about it one day.
I wouldn't think egg and chicken would be that good together.
Well, no, who does that?
Chicken
Well, I mean, I wouldn't think an egg on a burger would be that good either, but it's fucking delicious.
Oh my god, it's so good. And when it's like a fucking sunny side up egg and the yolk cracks, I'm like...
Oh,
Dude,
God.
so
He gave me a stomach boner.
Stomach boner. Dynamite's got boners coming out of every part of his body.
He's got ear boners and stomach boners and fucking all sorts of boners. We went to Dennys one time. Drunk Dennys. I don't know, it was fucking late. 2, 3 in the morning.
Isn't that the only way to do it?
Yeah, because it doesn't taste very good if you go sober.
Yeah. After a night at the bars, like bar hopping to Dennys. That's the way that's the seal at the end of the night.
All right, let me stop right here. Can I give mad respect to all the fine ladies who work the overnight shift at Dennys as waitresses? Oh my god, can you imagine the bullshit they have to put up with?
I wouldn't define them as fine, but I would define them as helpful.
Helpful ladies.
Helpful ladies.
So I mean, like, yeah. I sometimes when I go to Dennys drunk, I hate being there as a patron because of all the other fucking assholes. Yeah. I can't imagine having to actually like be the one to service them, not in the BJ kind of way.
Whoa, yeah, where are you going with that? Yeah, I'd imagine so, man. Night shift is pretty crazy when you're in the food service industry anyway, because the crazy people tend to come out at 4 a.m. looking for a Denny's.
Right. Yes. Like, could you imagine, like, working, like, the Taco Bell late shift? Like, how fucking insane going through the drive-thru with drunk people would be? Like,
stoners.
You're right. Yeah, stoners, drunk people. People are just like, can I take your order? And they're just like, what? And you're like, you're in a car, sir. You're at a restaurant. What?
Yeah. All those people that work the night shift out there, thank you for your service to this country.
You are fine, young, old, medium-aged people. And we appreciate everything. We appreciate well, I mean, they range from, like, high school kids to, like, grown-ass.
I was going to say, what's a medium-aged person?
We are all medium-aged people.
Wait, I'm a millennial.
Yes, you are a millennial. Well, you're on the edge of a medium-aged person.
Okay,
so.
Yeah, I'll take that.
You're barely a millennial, so you were definitely medium-aged.
Oh, he's calling you out now.
Okay.
Medium
You're the oldest millennial.
Hey, still count though. If walks like a duck, quacks like a duck.
You're an elderly millennial.
So true.
I guess there has to be an oldest of anything, right? TNT Dynamite, welcome to the oldest millennial in the world.
Damn right. I can take that trophy to the bank.
And on that note, we will take the show to the bank, or not the bank, and be right back and discuss more dumb shit on the Crazy Town Podcast.
Hey, this is David Allen from Confession Radio Podcast, and you're listening to the Crazy Town Podcast on the Ace Podcast Network.
And we are back on the Crazy Town Podcast with ChaCha and TNT Dynamite. Guys, you know all those popular sayings that they say that are total bullshit?
I don't know which ones we're talking about, but
there are a lot.
There's quite a few of them.
Let me go ahead. I have a list of some here. I just want to get your guys' thoughts on these. The first one on the list is one of the most common. People get what they deserve.
Well, how is that bullshit, though?
That's not really, that's just more fact.
No, dude, people do not get what they deserve. People do not.
People don't. That's definitely karma.
Like, listen, I believe in karma too, but I know a lot of good-ass people that get nothing good happening to them.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
And I know a lot of people who are complete fucking douchebags that have a lot of shit in this world that they probably don't deserve.
Yeah.
That's true, Chach, because you have to admit that you're probably one of the nicest guys that I ever met. Like, and you get shit on. You get shit on a lot, don't you?
And I do. I don't win. Okay. I fail.
Like, Chach deserves way better than the bullshit he gets.
So what's the what was your catchphrase? I'm to blame, or blame me, or whatever it was.
I'm the one. I forget how I said it now.
I'm the one to blame.
It just kind of. Yeah, I'm the one to blame. It just kind of rolled off my tongue there.
I liked it. It was good.
It was nice.
So right.
So the second one I have here is flattery will get you nowhere.
And that's bullshit.
Right, because, like, it's the people who fucking try to flatter people and brown nose and suck up and fucking jiggle the balls. Those are the people.
Whoa.
Well, I mean, there's true flattery and then there's bullshit flattery.
Jiggle the balls?
Like, you can flatter someone and still and be truthful about it. And then there's people that are doing it just to get something out of it.
I think the idea of flattery is that you're going above and beyond the idea of truth. But I will say is that every relationship that any of us have ever been in had a certain degree of flattery, at least in the beginning stages of it. That's
well, right. But this
gets
says
you everywhere.
But this says flattery will get you nowhere. I think it should be flattery gets you everywhere.
You're damn right.
But it doesn't. And
what do you mean it doesn't?
But it doesn't.
Explain.
I don't need to.
Flattery gets you everywhere, though.
Go back to the last one. Look at me.
What do you mean, look at you?
Look at me. Like, I dive into flattery all the time, and it gets me nowhere. It gets taken as bullshit, basically, even though it's meant to be real.
So what you're saying is, even if you try to flatter people, they assume you're just being a bullshitter, and they don't take it as a legitimate thing.
Yes.
I think flattery alone will get you nowhere, but flattery with a certain degree of follow-up, like, it has to be strategic flattery.
Right. You can't just walk in and be like, your hair's pretty, can I have a BJ? Like, that's not going to work.
And then be like, where the fuck is my blowjob at? I told this bitch your hair looked good.
Right. So,
fuck flattery.
Right. Fuck flattery indeed.
I agree with you there, though. Fuck flattery.
All right, here is the next one. Violence never solved anything.
Oh my god.
Violence has solved an awful lot of things if you really think about it.
Exactly.
Hence,
it might not have solved it the correct way, but it definitely solved it.
Well, I mean, let's go way back. The Revolutionary War?
Violence.
That solved a lot of things. That made us the fucking country we are today.
Violence, yep.
Yeah, World War II, there's no Nazis running the fucking country.
Well, you just say war. Like, all wars.
What is it good
for?
For?
But, I mean, even look at, like, people get pissed off, and they fight each other, and then it's over. So, I mean, that solves something, too. Sometimes people just gotta, like, punch each other in the face before they realize what's going on.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, solving doesn't necessarily mean good or bad. To be solved, it could go either way.
Right. Well, this says violence never solved anything. I think that's bullshit. Violence has solved some shit.
Yeah.
This podcast is taking a dark turn when we start advocating war.
Wait, I'm not advocating war. All I'm saying is that that's some bullshit. This is all I'm trying to go on is whether this statement is bullshit or legit. That's it.
No, it's absolutely not. It is bullshit.
The views we speak of do not reflect how I feel about war and violence. I'm just saying that it's bullshit, that nothing has been solved by it.
Because if you ask John Cena how he became the Intercontinental Champion of the WWE, violence. Thank you very much. I rest my case.
What are you even referring to? Are you just pulling out random?
I said John Cena became the Intercontinental Championship holder because of violence.
I think he just wanted to say John Cena.
Yeah. Right. He just wants to talk about John Cena. All right. We'll move on to the next one. When one door closes, another one opens.
Oh, see, now we're getting into something totally different here.
I call bullshit.
I call bullshit too, because, every time you lose a job, you always find another one the next day, right? It's just one door closing, the other one opening.
Mm-hmm.
Now, see, I call truth on that one.
Well, no, there's no such thing as unemployment.
Now, are you talking? See, it depends how we're talking. Are we talking big picture? Like, if you would have never lost this job, the opportunity to get the other job would have never been there.
You just answered your own rebuttal.
See, it's all about how you think about it. Jonas can take things in the big picture and see.
I hope so.
So, yeah, but if you're talking about, like, I got fired from my job, it sucks, I'm going to have another job tomorrow, yeah, that's bullshit. But like you said, right, or you could even say, I'm not with this woman anymore, but it left the opportunity for me to find this other great woman down the road. But at the time, if you're breaking up with your woman or whatever, it can suck if you don't find another woman right away or down, you know what I mean, or it's a long time in between.
I don't necessarily think it has to do with replacing one thing with another thing of equal representation necessarily. I think it might mean, even though, say, you lose that woman, it allows you to find a new aspect or new meaning to your life anyway. So even though the window of that relationship was closed, a door to a new meaning or a new purpose is open.
Right, like if they stop making my energy drink, I can start getting cancer from a new one.
See, perfect.
Yes.
There's different types of cancer out there.
Right. If I don't want the Mountain Dew ant cancer, now I can get the Red Bull cancer.
Yeah.
Anything else to say about the one door closes?
No.
Here's a really peppy one. You can be anything you want to be in life.
Oh, that's bullshit.
Yeah, I tried out for that Victoria's Secret model. They just didn't want to have me. I didn't like how I looked in a fucking thong and lace bra.
No? Did you wear the baby doll tee?
Yeah, yes. I showed up in a size small baby doll tee. It looked like a fucking...
And those are some good pillow pics you had, too.
I have my professional 8x10s and my Victoria's Secret baby doll tee and lace thong ready.
In my portfolio.
In my portfolio.
Yeah. That's definitely bullshit. A lot of times people have to realize is that you have to say fuck your dreams because you need to think realistically. We aren't kids. You can't be a fireman or a fucking pilot. Just fucking.
I can't go out and be a dinosaur. So I mean,
God damn it, Chuck.
That's very true.
Realistic about it. The statement's anything you want to be. I want to go out and be a cardboard box. I can't do that.
Wow, he's being Mr. Literal here.
Oh my gosh.
I want to go be a cardboard box.
Anything is a very vague word.
It's very true. It's very, very true. So I guess we'll call that one total bullshit.
Yeah, that one's bullshit.
All right,
we're not going to be president, guys. I'm sorry to. Actually, we probably could.
Yeah,
so never mind.
You got my vote, Dynamite.
Dynamite 2015.
All right. Here's one I am for sure is bullshit. Any publicity is good publicity.
Yeah. just ask Kathy Griffin that.
Yeah. Or Bill Cosby.
Yeah. Or fucking Bill O'Reilly.
Or Kramer from Seinfeld after his little rant he had a couple years ago.
Right. Or Carrot Top. That one's definitely bullshit.
Right. Yeah. Now I get it in some ways because even if you're a brand, if you're not a person, even if it's negative, it may draw people to you. I mean, look at Howard Stern. He got tons of bad publicity back in the day, and people just drove to listen to his show.
Mm-hmm.
But if you there's always a line to be crossed. If you're roofing women or saying the N-word or shit like that, that's not good. That kind of publicity is not the kind you want, regardless of who you are.
But I don't know, because in turn you still could get fans from somewhere.
I highly doubt Bill Cosby has any rape fans.
I bet you he does. He probably lost millions, but he gained some. Not the ones he gained probably aren't wanted.
Out there holding up signs like "Free fucking Billy Cosby." Nobody.
There are some fucked up people in this world.
Oh my gosh, I don't know. I still say it's bad because
I still say it's
the inverse to the people he lost his fans versus the people he gained his fans. There's a stark contrast there. So
it is, but I'm saying it's still probably true though.
Maybe
it is. He lost. He probably gained some sick fucks during this.
If I ever catch you in a free Bill Cosby shirt, Josh, we're gonna have a long talk.
You catch me in a Bill Cosby, just gonna say like pudding.
Just gonna say pudding on it. That's it.
I think there's just a certain degree of bad publicity that you can have.
Pudding on the front and pop on the back.
It's actually a pretty good idea.
Patent pen.
Shut up and take my money.
All right. What about just be yourself?
Chach, would you like to weigh in? Want to make any more rape jokes you want to make?
We all know how that turned out. Just be yourself.
I agree. I think that is not bullshit. I'm sorry.
You think it's not bullshit that you just be yourself?
I think you should be yourself, but that's not always a good thing.
Right. Like, I think being yourself is fine, but if you're, like, at work just doing rape jokes, I don't think that's really going to work out for you.
Yeah, okay, you're right. That is bullshit. I take it back. That is bullshit. You guys have to admit to a certain degree when you're at work, you fake it a little bit.
Well, you can't. Well, I mean, yeah, because when you're at work, you have to. Yeah, I mean,
you have to admit that when you're talking to a young lady, you got to fake it a little bit.
I mean, you don't want to just pull out like the farts and dick talk right away. You got to build up to that.
Yeah, you got to ease into that. No pun intended.
You got to find your comfort zone first.
Yeah.
Right, exactly. All right.
Yeah. Then you say the dick and fart joke.
Yeah, then you say the dick.
See how it goes.
Right. The customer is always right.
Ugh.
Fuck that.
We'll just leave that one at that. That's it. That's all we got to say about it.
That's all we got to say.
Fuck that. And,
I'd say no. All you people out there who've worked in retail know exactly that the customer's not always right.
Oh, really? You don't think so?
No.
Not at all.
No.
Jonas, what were you going to say?
It says always. The customer is not always right.
Oh, I was moving on to the next quote.
Okay, go ahead. Just move on, dude. It's fine.
I really literally meant, I think that was the only thing we need to say.
All right, yeah, fuck that. When the customer's wrong, fuck you customers.
How about this one? It could be worse. Yeah, no shit, right?
That one I probably have to agree with.
Yeah, I mean, it always could be worse because, you could be dead. Like, no matter what's going on, you're not dead.
Okay, so wait a minute. Say
you die.
Say you die.
Then it couldn't be worse.
Say you die, hypothetically speaking, you're dead. Could it really be worse?
That's what I mean. Know. Yeah. Technically, no.
How do you know that, though? You don't know that. What if there's people think there's heaven and hell? What if there's no heaven and hell? What if there's just, you die and then, you just sit there and someone drips water on your head for the rest of eternity?
What? That would constitute as hell to me, I think. You're talking about I die and then my soul gets waterboarded?
No, not water, not where they put the mask over you and dump water on you. No, just drip on the forehead. That's it.
Isn't that like Chinese torture of some sort, I believe?
I don't know what that is.
I've heard
I just had to be devil's advocate, man. You guys said if you're dead, how could it be worse? So I had to throw something out there, right?
Yeah. I think it could always be worse.
I mean, that just goes into belief, though. Like, some people don't believe in heaven or hell, so therefore, if you die, you're just done. You're gone. You're nothing. There would be no water dripping on your head because there would be nothing.
Right. So you wouldn't even know because you're dead.
Mm-hmm.
But I think a lot of people don't take that to heart because, you know what I mean? We all get caught up in what's going on in our lives. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, you have something terrible happen, you get focused on that, but it really could always be worse, and it always does get better. Because
usually when somebody says it could always be worse, it's something that's, like, very trivial. It's like, oh, I stubbed my fucking toe and ripped my fucking toenail off. Well, it could be worse.
Oh, Jesus.
Like, yeah, no fucking shit, it could be worse.
Right, but that's the last thing you want to hear. You don't want to hear someone say to you, you're like, oh, I just ripped my fucking toenail off, and they're like, oh, it could be worse. You could have lost your whole too. It's like, fuck you.
Yeah,
it still fucking hurts.
So I think that it's a true statement. It could always be worse, but you're an asshole if you tell me that.
I like that. I'll go with that. All right, moving on. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger.
Truest statement that you've said so far. That is true.
Yeah, but what about the guy who gets hit by a car and gets every bone in his body broken and he can't function?
Yes, literally he's weaker now, but...
Yes.
I didn't mean it even... I didn't even think about it as like a legitimate
he might be stronger-minded.
Yeah.
He could be stronger-minded, you know?
I mean... But if you look at that, basically, you know, it's obviously saying if something fucked up happens to you, it makes you be more prepared for it down the road, or you learn a lesson, or whatever. I didn't mean like physically weaker by like getting hit by a car.
Isn't this basically like the same thing as the last question? Or the last, like,
could always be worse?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I guess so.
There's a thing I like to use at my job a lot of times. I tell people a lot of times when they make a mistake, I say, they say if you want to learn to use a saw, you ask the person who's missing a finger. And the reason that you ask that guy is because he knows that saw better than anybody else. Believe me. And he will tell you the safest way to do it and the proper way to use it. Not necessarily the person with all 5 of their phalanges intact. So
yeah, they just haven't hit the butter zone yet,
exactly.
So to speak.
So, he does.
Yes.
So he lost a finger, but believe me, he's the best
person.
He
could be super salty about it now and just be like, I don't care.
I want everybody to lose a finger.
Yeah.
There was this guy, speaking of using machinery, there was this dude I knew. He had a metalworking shop, and we used to go over there and hang out sometimes and party. So he would end up getting real fucked up and then start using his bandsaw and his welder while he was fucked up. And the one day we were over there, I saw him take a guitar and he cut the neck off, so it was just the neck of the guitar, and he put it on the bandsaw, and he was like, he put it long ways to cut it in half vertically, and he was just pushing it with his hand into the bandsaw. And like, I saw so many things happen where it just like cut his hand off and all this other shit. But no, he never got maimed, but he was very unsafe in the way he did things.
Yet.
Yeah, I don't think he still has that metalworking shop. He was in college then, so.
But see, if that guy had lost a fucking hand, he would be the advocate of safety in that fucking workshop from that point on.
Absolutely.
Don't be like Bill.
He's like, hey, what are you doing with that bandsaw? And he just show the stump to people.
Yeah, he's like, back in my day, and he just wiggles his metal stump at them.
Just me flipping you out. You can't see it because all I have is a stump now.
Right. It's like, you guys ever watch Arrested Development? Fucking where he hires his friend with one arm to teach the kids a lesson all the time. He's like, remember, that's why you don't lie to your parents. Like, he like rips his.
I do remember that.
That shit was funny as fuck. So, anyways, next one. If everyone around you is an asshole, you are the asshole.
Huh.
What I gotta say about that is nope, they're all assholes.
I was letting that soak in a little bit, but
yeah.
No.
Yeah, if you think everyone around you's a dick, I think you may got to do a little bit of inner reflection.
Yeah.
I don't know if you are the asshole, but you could be a asshole.
Right. If you constantly have a problem with everyone around you, you might be the problem.
Wait a minute, because you would think that if you were an asshole yourself, you would get along with other assholes, right? And be like,
exactly.
What do you call a flock of assholes? A herd of assholes?
I think it's just it's
Gaggle
like
of
deer.
assholes.
It's asshole, asshole, asshole. It's all singular, like deer and deer.
What would you call a group of assholes? What would you call that though? Oh,
Asshole.
you mean like a look at the majestic asshole bounds through the thicket.
Right, and it's like 10 assholes, like, but it's just one asshole. It's like a deer. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Look at all those deer. Yeah.
All right, I get you. Yeah.
But I would probably call them a gaggle of assholes too.
I
if
was
we had
thinking
to
I
go
like
with it.
gaggle.
Gaggler's one of the two.
Gaggle or what?
A school of assholes.
Ooh, a school
School
of
of
assholes. I like that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna move on to the next one. This is probably my favorite saying ever, and people never fucking get it when I say it. They always just look at me. So if you're looking for something, it's always the last place you look. And it's not bullshit. It is 100% true.
That's kind of the truth because you stop looking after you look in the last.
Say that to someone like when they're looking for something, they find it. You go, yeah, it's always the last place you look, and they're always just like, what?
Well, it is the last place you look because that's when you find
Right.
it.
Exactly. That's like the yes. Whenever you're looking for something, it literally is always the last place you look.
Because you're not going to keep looking
Right.
after you find it.
I'm gonna prove that wrong. I'm gonna find something and then go look somewhere else for it right after I get done.
Oh, just a fucking spit in the face of the idiom. There you go.
I'll be like, oh, there's that comb. Let me go look in the shower for it now.
I like that idea. Some men just like to watch the world burn their child.
Money can't buy happiness.
Well, we all know that's bullshit.
Right. It may not be able to buy happiness, but it sure can prevent a lot of other problems.
Yes, this is true.
No, that's bullshit. Money buys happiness, absolutely. It won't buy you lifelong, fulfilling, like, that happiness that you can have from the love of a child or from having your significant other but fuck that. If I could fly to fucking Amsterdam right now and get a sack of fucking killer, legal narcotic, I think I'd be happy for that day.
So you won't have to go as far as Amsterdam now. You can just go a few states over.
No, what he didn't mention there is he wanted to go find a fucking lady boy and fucking.
Oh.
Hey, look, whatever makes you happy. Whatever makes you happy.
I mean a fat sack on a lady boy.
Yeah, that's what he wanted.
Okay, I get it.
All right, here's another one. Respect your elders. So
yes,
I think this is true, but
yes,
some old people are just dicks.
Yes. I don't know. I'm like one of those believers in like respect is earned. So like, I mean, there's different degrees of it though. So it's like, you shouldn't just blatantly disrespect somebody for no reason, but you also shouldn't just like give 100% respect to some stranger you have no clue who they are.
I don't know. I think you must. Everybody gets a certain degree of respect out of the gate, but you medium-aged motherfuckers are going to change your tune when you're 70, and some punk kid walks on your line. I respect your elders. You're going to be shaking your old wrinkled fist at them. You're going to think back to this day.
I'm not going to be alive when I'm 70. I don't know what you're talking about.
Shit. I ain't gonna make 70 neither, bro.
I don't know.
If we are 70, we're not gonna be like thinking straight or correctly. You're gonna be so confused.
And maybe that's why the old people are dicks. They just don't know what's going on. They're just like, fuck you.
I'm confused.
Well, the way I look at it is like, I try to treat everyone with the same level of respect that they give me. But you start out with like full respect. But if I'm giving you full respect and you're coming at me like a fucking punk ass bitch, then my level of respect drops to punk ass bitch.
You start out with full respect, but you could lose it in a half a second.
Right. Like if I walk up and you whip your dick out at me, like we're going somewhere else.
Respect goes right out the window at that point.
Right,
and then a door is open for me to punch you in the face.
Yeah.
Right. Or like if you walk up and somebody just whips their titties out, that's a little different too.
Yeah, respect goes up there. Respect goes up. Unless,
does it?
Yeah, unless there's
I wouldn't say respect goes up.
Because if there's some yee ass titties, then I'm sorry, you can keep those things to yourself.
You're gonna fucking be using yee ass from now on, fucking. That's awesome.
Titties up and out constitutes respect.
No.
Oh man.
You don't respect tits, Chach.
I wouldn't say respect is the word. Except
he loves tits.
Accept is the word, but not respect.
You love tits?
Well, I'm glad you're tolerant of tits.
Oh,
you're a real vanguard for human rights.
That has nothing to do with respect.
My tit tolerance has went up. I have a high level of tit tolerance.
Exactly. I don't know. I respect a beautiful pair of breasts myself.
I think everyone does.
Yeah.
But you're talking about respecting them and not the person. Before you were talking about dude whipping his dick out and then you lost respect for him.
Yeah.
You didn't lose respect for his dick. You lost respect for him.
Oh, so you're saying how would I feel about the female if she had beautiful tits?
Yes, because you were talking about the male.
No. The fact that she whipped him out, not the tits themselves.
Yes, not the tit themselves.
Well, it depends. If a dude whipped out a fucking beautiful specimen of a cock, I'm going to tip my hat for that.
We're going to punch him in the face and open up the window.
I'm assuming that it's like an average to yee ass type of cock that we're talking about here. But
it's got like a crook to it, you know?
Yeah, there's a certain there's a line that you have to draw. But I'm figuring like boobs, I'm pretty good with like anything above yee ass. Like anything slightly 1 point ahead of yee ass, I'm like, good job.
Can we get a yee ass counter on this podcast?
Ding, ding.
Yeah.
All right, here's one that people always fuck up. They always say it wrong. They always say, I could care less. But what that means is you actually could care less than you actually do. You should be saying, I couldn't care less.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's actually good. They're good. I'm gonna make that change. You've opened my eyes, Jonas.
That was just a teaching lesson for you, Dynamite. That's it. We're on to the next one.
I appreciate it.
This is going to be the very... Oh, no, one more, and then this is the next to last one.
Okay.
There's no such thing as a stupid question.
I agree. There's lots of stupid questions.
Yes.
Look, I hate playing devil's advocate on every single one of these.
That's what we're here for, man. Devil's advocate it up.
There's no such thing as a stupid question, but the part that comes after that, only stupid people. Seeking knowledge is never a bad idea. If you don't know something, learn. Find out. If you don't know what yee ass means, look the shit up. It's not stupid if you go up, hey, do you know what yee ass means? No. Find out what that shit means and educate yourself.
Right. Absolutely.
You're an idiot beforehand, and now you're not. If you don't know what 2 + 2 is, I'm not going to say that's a stupid question to a 3-year-old if they don't know what 2 + 2 is.
Right.
In context. See, there's more to it. Like, if a 30-year-old comes up to you and says, "What's 2 + 2?" Like, dude, get out of my face.
But I'm not going to call. I'm not going to say that's the dumbest question I've ever heard. I'm going to be like, "You're the dumbest fuck I've ever met." Like, stupid fuck. No, you're right though. You're right.
No, there's a lot of people that ask a lot of stupid questions.
I think we're both right though. In a sense, I think we're both right.
Yeah, a lot of these things, depending how you take them or look at them, they mean a different thing. If you're asking something you've asked 1,000 times, then yes, it's kind of a stupid fucking question because I've told you 20 fucking times. But if it's like a quest for knowledge, it's not quite so stupid.
Wow, I like the way you said a quest for knowledge.
Yes.
Or like when you're sitting there in a room doing something, like say you're playing a game and someone walks in and goes, "Oh, you're playing that game?"
What are you doing?
Yeah, right.
Look at that.
You know what I mean? Like,
what the fuck do you think I'm doing?
Question.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you sold me. You sold me.
Right.
I'm
Or you're cooking dinner and someone comes in and goes, "Oh, you cooking chicken?" Like, no, I'm making a fucking candle.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, come on. Like, that's a stupid question.
Like when your mom walks in and catches you masturbating and she's like, "What are you doing?" It's like, look, bitch. I think it's really clear here what's going on. All right.
All right, you want the very last one?
I'm ready for it.
This is it.
Stupid question.
And this is a good one. I know we've all heard this. If you can't handle me at my worst, you don't deserve me at my best.
Well,
that's something crazy bitches say.
Yeah, it really is. It really is.
Right. I mean, and not even crazy bitches.
I'm probably going to catch some heat for this, but that's a strictly female quote right there.
Wow, really?
I think any dude has ever said that.
I'm not.
You know, I can't think of a situation where I've said that to anybody for anything.
I think that's because we're all well-adjusted individuals in general. I will admit that when you first said it, I was thinking that sounded like a female statement because they usually will say, "You don't deserve me."
That's like a Facebook saying.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's like my dude just broke up with me because I'm a fucking crazy person. I'm gonna put this up so I feel better about myself.
And be like, no, bitch, you're just fucking crazy.
Right. Because here's the deal though. If a dude was crazy and this happened, he would just be like, yeah, I'm fucking crazy, deal with it.
Yeah.
They just embrace the crazy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So if any of you guys out there have any other sayings that you want us to debate whether they're bullshit or not, send them our way at thecrazytownpodcast@gmail.com. That's crazytownpodcast@gmail.com. And we will be right back with one more story on the Crazy Town Podcast. And we are back for one more special story on the Crazy Town Podcast with TNT Dynamite and ChaCha. You guys familiar with the movie Boyz in the Hood?
Yeah, that's the one with the cheeseburgers and the guy who wanted to perform fellatio.
That is Menace Dos Society.
Okay, well, you know.
ChaCha, are you familiar with Boyz in the Hood?
I am, and it's been a while. But
if you remember one scene from that movie, do you remember, like, what would be your number one go-to scene from that movie? Do you remember? Anything?
Like, wasn't that very Stand By Me-ish? Like, with, like, seeing a dead body and bullshit like that?
Well, yeah, they did ask if they want to see a dead body. But for me, one scene that stands out in that movie is where they shoot Ricky in the alley.
Yeah, okay, with Cuba Gooding Jr., right?
Right. And they're like, Ricky! Okay. And he, like, gets shot, and he falls and he dies because Ricky's the high school football star or whatever, and he's going to get out of the hood. An interesting story about the man who played the man who shot Ricky in that movie.
Shut up.
His name, Lloyd Avery II. He was...
Is that his real name?
That's his real name. He was I guess, thug number 2, the guy with the shotgun in the back of the red car.
Thug number 2.
So I guess this dude, he's in this movie. He shoots Ricky. He plays a gangster, whatever. So I guess from the article I read, this guy, he was a middle-class guy. He lived in, like, the Beverly Hills area. Not, like, in Beverly Hills, but in that area. So a nicer area of L.A. After he filmed Boyz in the Hood, he changed. And this is all from this article.
Okay.
He decided that he wanted to become a real gang member.
What?
Wow. Art imitating life, imitating art.
Right.
Good one.
So he moves to the hood called the Jungle and joined the Bloods after he was in this movie.
Okay.
He went to the point where he tattooed the word jungles with a Z over his left eyebrow.
Oh no. Oh wow.
So instead of, like, being an actor portraying gangsters, he became a gangster himself.
You sure he wasn't just, like, practicing for another role?
Yeah, he was actually in life. Method acting. That's what
he was practicing for.
I guess John Singleton directed Boyz n the Hood, and I guess through him he got a couple other roles in some other like a Master P movie and like whatever, which he always played gang members or whatever. So then he starts getting real into this gang life. It said that they interviewed his brother for this article, and they said he started hanging out with teenage gang members, and it would send him on missions that they didn't think he would come back from.
Wow.
Now, do you have any examples of these missions?
No, it didn't have any examples, but it followed it up by saying by 1997, his rap sheet was respected by the gang community, so much so that another local gang member even got his face tattooed on his forearm.
Wow.
So he turned into like the OG, triple of the Bloods in the jungle.
That's crazy.
Right. So, it gets even crazier for this man. This is actually when things began to get crazy for him.
Oh.
One day, he was shot at in a drive-by, and he shot back at them.
That's a proper response, I believe.
Yeah. Right.
I'm not a gang member or anything, but I'm pretty sure that's a proper response.
Well, I mean, if anybody shoots at me, I'm probably going to shoot back, especially if I got my gat. If we can call back to rat-a-tat-tat from the fucking Are You Urban game. So, then a month after that, he got into an altercation where he threw a concrete water meter through the window of a shopping center.
Okay.
So he's turned into a model citizen, this Lloyd Avery II.
Sounds like it, yes.
Nice name, by the way.
I know, right?
That's a pretty baller name.
So I guess after this drive-by and this water meter incident, he decided that the gang life wasn't for him.
It took that, of course.
Right. So he started the process of getting jungles removed from his face. He started getting the tattoo removal. Well, after he decided that the gang life was no longer for him, his gang troubles caught up with him before he could reform himself. He was arrested for murdering 2 people under a tree in a Santa Barbara plaza after arguing with them.
Wait. Why does under a tree have to be specified in the murder?
Because from what it said, he walked up to 2 people who were sitting under a tree, got in an argument with them, and then shot them.
Oh, okay. All right.
It sounds like gang life.
This is like a shopping plaza. So I guess, he owned up to this, I guess. So the guy who killed Ricky ends up killing 2 people in real life. And he said that he wanted to go to Pelican Bay because it was the roughest shit. That was a quote. His brother said that he wanted to go there because it was the roughest shit.
Where's Pelican Bay? That's a prison, I'm guessing. Pelican Bay Penitentiary. Where's that at? Do you know?
It's in California somewhere.
Okay.
Yeah. So I guess his brother said that he wanted to go there, then do a retrial, beat the charges, and then get out and do raps.
Raps?
He wanted to become a rapper because then he would have beaten a murder charge, so he would be legit.
So he had cred.
Jonas, I just want to point out, do you know how much of an old person you sound like when you say he wanted to do raps?
That's what the quote said. That's not the way I would say it. I would say he wants to spit rhymes, Joe. But no, he said...
man, that's even worse.
I know.
He wants his picture on a bag of rap snacks.
Yeah, I want rap snacks with my picture. It'll be called the Crazy Town Edition Rap Snacks. It'll be cheddar bacon and love flavored.
You let us know when you want to drop that CD.
Oh yeah, I'll be fucking out there. Anyways, in 2005, he lost his retrial, so his dream of becoming a rapper that beat of murder charges failed, and he was stuck in prison. In between his trials, he was in the LA County jail, and he ended up befriending an inmate who turned him into a born-again Christian.
Oh, it always happens when they go to jail.
So he went from actor to hardcore gang member to I don't want to be in this gang anymore to oh fuck I got charged with murder so I might as well go to jail, beat the trial, and become a rapper to born-again Christian.
To Jesus, yes.
Right.
Okay.
So it says when he returned to Pelican Bay, he started leading prayer services and trying to spread the gospel. That was until he met his new cellmate named Kevin Roby.
Uh-oh.
Kevin Roby was a Satan worshiper.
Sorry.
This is an amazing story.
I know, right?
This guy
say
so
that right
far
now.
is seeming pretty impressionable, so I can only guess where this is going. But continue.
So, and this guy was in his 17th year of his 3 life sentences. So, this dude didn't give a shit. On September 4th, 2005, he was laying in his bunk preaching the gospel to his cellmate who was worshiping Satan near a pentagram that he had drawn on the floor. Needless to say, they got into a fight and his cellmate killed him with a chokehold.
The Satan worshiper killed the
Ricky Shooter, yes.
Oh,
Okay.
that's sad.
Then 11 inmate counts went by and the fucking prison never noticed he was dead.
What? What are you doing with the body? Wait a minute.
He was like, he must have put it back up in his bed or something. They didn't find the body till 2 days later.
So they do 11 counts in 2 days?
Yeah, they count prisoners all the time.
Yeah, I imagine they'd have to.
So they didn't find the body till 9/6/05. But how they found him was that the roommate had drug his dead body onto this pentagram and done a satanic ritual over it.
Get the fuck out of here with that
Wow.
shit.
Yes. So he went from being the guy who shot Ricky and Boyz in the Hood to gang member, non-gang member, prison guy, non-rapper, Satan worshiper, murder victim.
Well, it could always be worse. That's pretty fucked up, man.
Well, I figured what a better way to end the season than by talking about the guy who killed Ricky in Boyz in the Hood, because it's one of the most memorable scenes from any of those urban drama movies from the 90s.
How do you feel about Satan, Jonas? Huh? Not a Satan guy? That's fine, I understand. How about you, Chach? You get down with the big guy in red at all? No? Okay. Good show. Good show, guys.
Jesus. Oh, shit. On that note, that is all the time that we have for today. I do want to thank TNT Dynamite and ChaCha for joining me on the season finale. TNT, you want to pimp your shit for everybody before we go?
Absolutely. TNT DINOMIGHT. TNT Dynamite on YouTube. Come and visit, like my videos, watch them if you want. I try. I'm working on it, guys. I'm on the Twitter. Always big supporter of this show. Absolutely love it. I'll be seeing you there.
Yes. Chach, what about you, buddy? Anything to say? Final closing words?
No, just again, this was a blast. Always fun to be on the show, and hope to do it again.
And next time, it's all your fault.
It's always my fault. So if something happened in this episode, it's going to be my fault too. So.
If your voice is fucked up earlier and it robots, it's totally your fault.
It's totally my fault.
So Chach is secretly behind killing the guy who killed Ricky.
Oh, Jesus.
In some way, it might be my fault.
Well, I do want to thank everyone for listening. Please review me on iTunes. Send me messages about what you love about the show, what you hate about the show. Follow the show. Tell your friends. Tell your mom. Tell grandma. Come see us at thecrazytown.com. Twitter, at thecrazytown. Send grandma a bag of dicks. Twitter is at thecrazytownpod. And for TNT, for ChaCha and Jonas, we are out.